Hi all. This Here we have our Outreachy interns working for Debian share their project, what they are doing in the project, and their experience. Over to the video.
Hi everyone, I'm Ajayola Tunji, an Outreachy intern, and this is my presentation for DebConf 21. I worked on a plugin to resolve node modules installed via apt, and my mentors are Pirate Praveen and Akshay S. Dinesh. Pirate and Akshay introduced myself and my colleague intern to basic packaging, software packaging, Debian software packaging, software updating, backtracking, and basically every simple thing we need to know about package maintaining and development for Debian. And the old JS team, the old JS team has been really helpful. They are warm and welcoming, and thank you. So this is the overview of the work myself and my fellow intern have done. We created a plugin that when you need to install dependencies from package.json of a node project, it looks up the machine space to check if dependencies are already available, that is, if dependencies have been downloaded in the past onto your machine for one reason or the other, and if the packages are compatible with the present project you are working on. And it only downloads from upstream when these packages are not available. You can check the README. This is the link provided. This is the link where the README is located for basically for the documentation of our package. And I would not fail to add that the plugin we are building is modeled after the Ruby bundler. Alright, the Ruby team already has this working for them, where they don't always have to install packages from or dependencies from upstream or Ruby registry. It just calls packages that are already present in the machine. It calls them and pulls from upstream pulls from the registry rather. It pulls from the registry when they are not readily available on the local machine. So the name of our plugin is Yarn Apt plugin, alright? And I would like to state why we chose to use Yarn over npm, alright? And npm is to use npm. JavaScript ecosystem has two package managers, npm and Yarn. So we chose Yarn over npm, obviously, and the reason why we did that is because to use npm we have to modify the entire source code and maintain a fork forever. We would modify the npm source code, and that would be a lot more strenuous than the Yarn option. For Yarn, the Yarn team recently from version 2 started enabling a plugin architecture where you can just create your own tool of the Yarn tools, alright, of Yarn tools. So you just plug whatever you create into any other Yarn plugin or project that you're working on. Makes it very simple, makes it very easy to extend. Instead of maintaining a fork forever, you just maintain your own project. Alright, our plugin works with a couple of commands, and I'll just be giving an explanation of what they do before I make a demo video of that. So we have Yarn PKG. Apt is our part, our command part, and and install works just like the normal install command. Alright, it resolves all project dependencies as found in package.json, resolves all packages found in Debian notepads, and fetch those not found from npm registry. So just like Ruby bundler, what this does is when you call this command in your project path, it resolves all the project dependencies. That is, it copies the link, it copies links to the location of the packages on your machine, the ones you have already on your machines, and it downloads the ones you don't have on your machine from the npm registry. The local option, what this local option does is that it checks if all project dependencies are satisfied by local files in the Debian notepad. It resolves only if all are satisfied. So it tells us which packages are already installed on the machine, and which packages are already installed on the machine that need to be resolved, and packages that are not yet installed on the machine that need to be downloaded from the npm registry. The copy option, so what this does is instead of creating symlinks like we are doing presently and mutating the package.json file. Presently, what we have now mutates the package.json file, but instead of doing that, it just copies the files. Alright, it copies the files itself from the local machine and copies them into the node modules folder of the package you are working on. Alright, to provide the necessary functionalities. And the resolves specified dependency package, the dependency package found in node paths in Debian notepad. So it resolves a specified dependency. So to this command, you provide the name of the dependency you want to resolve. Alright, and it's what it will do with yam-pkg apt install. It does it to the specified package, and the same thing with resolve dependency. So resolve dependency does the same thing as resolve, only that it does it for dev dependencies. So we have a separate command, or we have a separate flag for regular dependency, and we have a separate flag for dev dependencies. So this is how we use our plugin. Let's say we start by downloading a project from its upstream, from its Git upstream. Alright, we pull a project from a Git upstream, then we import our plugin from its own upstream link. It downloads the project from the plugin from its location. So we have a couple of dependencies for this project, and we have a command that helps us to know which of the dependencies are available locally on our computer, or the ones that are not yet available that we need to download, that we need to install from npm registry. So when we run yam-pkg apt install with the local flag, it gives us list of dependencies based on their location. So we have our types node, we have TypeScript, and we have MEM already installed in different locations of our computer, and we have the rest, builder, CLI, core, and companion not yet installed. So we can resolve can try to resolve okay, no types is irregular dependency. So let's start by resolving no types. So what that does is that it goes to the location of this package of this dependency in our machine and pulls all the files, or every file related to this package, and adds it to and links it. Alright, resolves it to the node module of our project. You can see as so everything is done. It copies, or it resolves the package and every sub directory in that package, and gives us the location. It gives us the location in our dependency. That is our resolve flag at work. Let's try I'm gonna try pkg. So this only resolves dev dependencies. Does the same thing, but only for dev dependencies. It resolves the dev dependency from in our machine, resolves the dev dependency in our machine, and makes it available for our project, instead of pulling afresh from npm. In the next couple of weeks, we'll be implementing the copy functionality, and if you paid attention to the demo I made, you'll see that what it is doing presently, it's copying symbolic links to the copying symbolic link from the location on our machine to the node module of the project we are working on. But we don't want that. We don't want the node module. We don't want the package JSON file to be modified whatsoever. So we'll be implementing that, and we'll be allowing test. Be allowing basic build test. We'll be allowing test, basic test, and we'll package this software or this plugin for Debian. We'll package it for Debian, having Clipanion and other dependencies, and other packages as dependencies, and after that, yeah, we party. So I'll be working hand in hand with Sunday, my fellow intern, and Praveen and Akshay. They've been very much helpful, and I'm thankful for the old Debian JS team. They've always been helpful, even when we were just packaging and updating software. They've been there for us and giving us advices, and I mean, I don't know if there's anyone in the Debian community who hasn't heard or known Pirate Praveen. Is amazing, makes everything simple for us, simplifies everything for us, and gives us an easy ride. I would say it is a privilege to learn from him and to work with him. And actually, I recently learned that Akshay is a medical doctor also, and works on Debian. I'm enjoy working. I'm proud and I enjoy working with Akshay. It's been really amazing, and Sunday has been really helpful. It's resourceful and hardworking also. And the old JS team, the old Debian JS team, has been super amazing. They've been really helpful for myself and my fellow intern that Sunday, and I hope to do more work, maintaining work and development work with the JS team. And thank you very much. Thank you everyone, and have a fun-filled DebConf 21 and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Okudason Cletus, an Outreachy intern with the JS team. My mentors are Pirate Pravin and Akshay Dinesh, and my co-intern is Olatunji Ajay. We are working on a project building a Yarn plugin to resolve node modules installed via apps. About Yarn, Yarn is a JavaScript package manager that has become package manager of choice to most JavaScript developers because of its speed, security, extensibility, and hackability. By hackability, I mean the ease with which you can modify Yarn and tell it to do just what you want for your project. So Yarn popularizes the plugin architecture that makes it easy to extend. As we all probably know, there are thousands of node modules packaged for Debian. So this plugin should make it possible for you to reuse Debian package node modules in your Node.js project. So if you already have a node modules package for Debian and you have it installed locally, you don't have to install it from npm registry. So you can use the ones available in Debian notepads. So what this plugin should do or does is to resolve and certify project dependencies from local installations in Debian notepads, fetch specified dependencies from local installations in Debian notepads to certify project needs. So it could fetch specified dependencies or fetch all. It all depends on the options you pass. Then copy all or specify project dependencies from Debian notepads to project node modules directory. You should also be able to create symbolic links in project node modules directory for all or specified dependencies. So these are all the different kind of things you can do with this plugin, and then it should serve as a drop-in replacement for Xlinks and Xcopies in Debian JavaScript packaging. So those of us who's been in JavaScript packaging, we understand that you mostly need to create X links or X copies, and sometimes both if you want, for TypeScript dependencies. You see that dependencies that are written in TypeScript, PKJS tools always find it difficult to find those dependencies in Debian Notepad. So we always specify them in X links and X copies. So this plugin should be able to serve as a drop-in replacement, simplifying the whole process. So you don't have to create these files. You can just include this plugin as part of your project's dependencies and then partnership options, and you're good to go. So to achieve our goals, we built the following commands into the plugin. We have the apt command, the apt install, the apt copy, and the apt link, which can be used like yarn apt install, yarn apt copy, and yarn apt link, passing the necessary options. Each of the commands have different needs, so it all depends on your needs. To use this plugin, the first thing to do is to install the latest version of Yarn. Berry is the code name for the active development trunk of Yarn. So we'll do this by running pkg set version Berry. So this downloads the latest version of Yarn for us. So thereafter, we can then import the plugin code. Pending the time that this plugin is packaged for Debian, we can just import it from the raw files in GitLab. So you go to the repository assasa.debian.org/jsteam/yarn2 plugin apt. Under the installation information README file, you will see the URL through which you can import the raw plugin files. So we just run this command and then it imports the plugin for us. So have it available for our project. Okay. The yarn apt command takes an option of --resolve or -r or --resolve div, which specifies the packages to resolve. So we can have yarn apt --resolve mocha. Okay. So let's try resolving a package that's not installed. I'm going to try a package I'm sure it's not on my system now. Yarn apt that resolve. It's probably not. So it simply tells me that this package is not installed. Okay, so I can also do yarn apt resolve div, which tells this plugin that this is a div dependency. So I can just give space, the name of the package, or I can just use equals to, let's say, it's Windows now. Resolve this equals to is Windows. I can pass as many number of packages as I want. Let me use types. So here I'm passing two packages. Okay, these are packages already available in Debian Notepad. So this is how the yarn resolve. I can also do yarn apt minus R mod car minus R SWR, for instance. So you can use the short form. Minus R stands for minus resolve, or data resolve. So Mocha, it found Mocha, then it didn't find SWR. So it goes ahead to resolve the one that is found. So I can also use the div option like yarn apt minus RD. This Windows now. I can also pass multiple options. Remember, I can also use a equal sign here instead of space. So that's already the result. So we didn't really see any difference happening there. The yarn apt install by default installs all runtime dependencies found in package.json. Then, if we pass the -- local option, it installs all runtime dependencies only if all of them are found locally installed in Debian paths. Then, if we pass the -- div options, it installs both runtime dependencies and div options. So, we can run yarn apt install -- local. So what the data local option does is it will only install the dependencies if all of them are found in Debian Notepad. But if all of them cannot be satisfied by installations in Debian Notepad, then it just logs which ones are found, which ones are not found, and it exits. So if I pass the -- local -- div, then it checks both runtime dependencies and div dependencies. You can see here that it's only runtime dependencies that were checked through. So check this out now. You see that we also have div dependencies. So all these were found, but just because this one wasn't found, the installation doesn't go on. So we can have yarn apt install without passing the local option installs. So that simply resolves all runtime dependencies. So this is what the yarn apt install does. It resolves all. So let's run the yarn apt install. Yarn apt install -- it installs both runtime dependencies and div dependencies. So you can see the difference now. So, but what happens here is that those that are not found in Debian notepads like SWR will be fetched from npm registry. So that is basically what the yarn apt install command does. It fetches those that are available locally. Then it installs those that are not available locally from npm registry. The yarn apt copy and yarn apt link commands are not ready for testing in this presentation, but they will be ready very soon, probably in the next couple of days, as in we've made a substantial progress. I presume by the starting date of DebConf, this plugin should have been completed 100%. Yeah, I'm pretty confident about that. We just have a few things left with the yarn copy and yarn link command, which should be completed in a few days. So then we'll start writing tests and other finishing touches that are very important. So by the date of DebConf, it should be ready. So when you pull the raw files from the Git repository, you should be able to run all the commands that we've listed in the slides. So, but as for the packaging for Debian, I'm not sure it's going to be ready by the date of DebConf because we want to package Yarn 2 for Debian and then embed this plugin in Yarn 2. So packaging Yarn Berry and then embedding this plugin in it. And then we understand that there are a lot of dependencies that we need which haven't been packaged before. So we're going to be packaging all of them. So it's probably not something that's going to be very fast. My appreciation to every member of the JS team, especially my mentors, Parit, Praveen, and Akshay Dinesh. You guys have been wonderful. I mean, there couldn't have been a better place, a better team for me to be than among you guys.
And go.
Happy to hear your contributions as part of Outreachy. I don't think we have questions on the pad yet. So, would you like to add something, Sony, before we wind up?
Hello.
Yeah, you're audible. Go ahead.
Okay. You have a question for me?
We don't have any questions yet, but do you want to add something? If you want, you can go ahead.
Okay. I would like to apologize for the fact that we don't have the plugin complete 100% at this moment. That was our initial target, to have it finished before today so that people can be able to test it and see what we've done. But unfortunately, we're still working on it. So it's a progressive project. We'll keep working on it. Even we'll get it complete 100%. We'll keep enhancing it, it's something we'd love to keep working on as much as possible. So
Okay,
currently,
thank you. Yeah,
okay,
continue. Sorry.
okay, yeah, currently we are doing some enhancements actually. We realized that our initial implementations were actually fetching dependencies. Like even if you specify to fetch only runtime dependencies, it will still fetch div dependencies, but then from npm registry. Whereas runtime dependency will then be resolved from local installations. But we want to enhance it so that if you don't want to fetch any dependency specified in package.json, it doesn't happen. So those are the few optimizations we are working on. So we'll keep doing that until we get it complete, and then package it for Debian.
Thank you, Sony.
Thank you.
Would you like to add something, Tunji?
Not really, not really, since we are still working on the project and not really, basically.
Okay, thank you both of you, and we
Thank
look
you very much.
forward to your completed project, and we hope to see you around Debian, contributing to Debian,
Yes,
Yes,
even
sure.
after the project is over.
we we
Thank
hope to.
you.
Yeah, we hope
Yeah,
Definitely.
to be
Thank you very much.
in Debian
Thank
for
you.
long.
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you.